Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing today? I think this is going to be a good start.
I mean, there's no better start than just cutting in halfway through a sentence. I mean, everyone knows that. That's how every podcast works.
Yeah. This is probably going to be before this is probably going to be edited out. He was having a delightful conversation about his phone specs, and I rudely interrupted him.
It happens. I mean, it wasn't a very important conversation. It's just I'd never spent much on a phone before.
Well, I mean,
and I regret it, honestly. Like, I've had it for years now, and I still kind of regret it.
I mean, I have my phone. The only reason why I bought this phone, I have a Pixel 6, and the only reason why I got it is my Pixel 4, the glass was just coming off. Like, the glue that was holding it on, it was just coming off. Because one day I noticed it was squishy, and I was just like, why do you know it's squishy? This is glass and metal. It shouldn't be squishy.
Okay, this is a fantastic start. So did we actually come up with a name for this? Like, we were still workshopping something, weren't we?
I was just gonna say Brandon and Caitlin.
I mean, it's basic, to be sure. Like, we can workshop it. It's not a huge deal. We don't necessarily need a title for our first recording. I mean, who needs an introduction anyway?
Well, I mean, we do, because this is our first recording.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess we'll just lead in with what we're going to be talking about, which is the year 2023. Does it suck as bad as 2020 did?
2020 wasn't that bad because I was still staying with my parents, and we're gonna get into that later on. I mean, 2023 as an adult kicked my fucking ass. Oh my god, there was so many times I was crying in the restroom, just bawling my fucking eyes out.
It's like not knowing how to deal with shit, right?
Well, it was done in my head. So.
I mean, also yes, that's a whole story and a half.
A whole 3 episodes. All these people gonna be like, "Oh, Jalen, tell me." I'm like,
Just stay tuned for our 3-part series. Jalen's asked X that massive dick bag.
He's probably not gonna listen to this, though, but I'm okay with that.
I mean, if he does, then he'll know that you're over him, and that's like the whole thing.
But if he's still listening, that means he hasn't gotten over me.
I mean,
it's been months.
It's not a surprise. Okay, like
well, I mean,
we
try to text. I mean, he did try to text me before Thanksgiving while he was next to Nick. So I'm just like, and Nick was gonna tell him off. I was like, nope, I got it, and I told him off for him because I was like, you don't need to tell him off. I told him off, and he just coming off desperate, and I'm just like, dude. And my thing was, he was actually the reason why 2023 was so awful, in my opinion. Because
from your experience.
Yeah, because I mean, this year is mixed with things because there's some triumphs, there's also some losses on my part. Like, I got my insurance license this year. If it wasn't for that, I probably would still be at my parents' house. And that, no.
Look, I mean, I don't approve of your profession, but I respect your right to do it because you're in the system that you're in. Neither of us asked to be born into a system where you got to keep working until you're almost dead. But here
I
we
wish
are.
I was rich.
Don't we all? That's the thing. It's
like,
a birth lottery.
Like, I wish I could go to like any place I want. Just like, oh, I'm going for the weekend. Oh, I'm going for the day. Oh, I'm going for a week.
But the luxury of being able to see the world.
But I'm okay where I'm at because instead of that, my boss just gave me like, okay, you're gonna be off for 6 weeks for Christmas. I'm okay with that. But at the same time, I have to keep myself entertained at my place. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm probably just gonna rent an Airbnb while I'm, going to San Antonio because I don't want to be at my place all day. That's especially for 6 days, and I'm not even sure if I'm gonna go visit my parents.
I mean, it gives you time to work on stuff like this, like stuff that you want to do rather than stuff that you have to do, which is like what work is.
Well, I've been putting a bunch of things on pause recently, and it's just great to start doing things again instead of just because 2022, 2023, I was just surviving because I was working, and I lost my job, and I moved in with my ex, and that was a shit show and a half. Then me and my sister moved in together, and her husband honestly, the tail end of 2023 has been honestly good. Like, some highlights. Nick, you and Ace. My niece was born this year. Too bad she was born in July. Because I'm born in July.
My year, honestly, it's kind of been mostly a story of having to adjust to Texas. Like, we moved out here in April, and it's been a struggle and a half. Friggin' things were always going to be a bit touch and go. We knew it was going to be more expensive down here than where we were before, but like, we need to get down here, like, and that's part of my, like, I guess this is part of my 2023, but not real, but it's been a part of a couple of years of my life, is that my grandpa had that stroke a couple of years back, and like a couple of years ago we were planning on saving up and getting down here as quick as we could, but like, it, you know, months of saving turned into years when our car wrecked a couple of years back, and we've been struggling to get down here, and then we finally do, and Jesus Christ, I do miss my $4.50 a month utilities paid.
Oh gosh. Speaking about granddads, oh my gosh, this was the craziest thing that happened this week regarding granddads. You already know the story.
Yeah, I know.
But oh my gosh.
Go ahead.
So this week I was just chilling at home after a shitty day at work, and I was just chilling on the couch with Nick, and I was like, okay, this day's going good. You know, it wasn't the best though, but I was like, well, at least I'm off work, and just, you know, I can just chill and watch my movie. Then my sister called, and I'm just like, oh, she probably just wants to, you know, do a checkup like we normally do. She was like, Jalen. I was like, what's going on? And I'm just like, and the thing that she told me was so out of the ordinary. I was like, what? So, little context. My grandmother just passed away like a month ago-ish, and you know, it hit everyone hard. But yeah. Long story short, he was sleeping with a prostitute, and I'm, and you know, everyone probably done some news like, well, he was probably lonely and all this other stuff. No, this thing was apparently going on for a while, like a rumor in the family, and it wasn't confirmed until like this week. And because when I went to my grandmother's funeral, it was weird because I seen her there, and I was like, why is she here? I was like, my grandmother didn't like her. Now I knew why.
Yeah.
Because, you know, my sister caught him.
That was his side piece.
I mean, like, yeah, but I'm just like, ugh. Shit. But
yeah,
it's
not something you needed in your life right now.
No, like... but it was just so crazy because my sister and my mom and my siblings were all looking for him because he parked his car at his property, you know, because he has a little lot somewhere. Then he just walks to her house. But my thing is, he only has half a foot.
Bro.
He lost his foot.
I'm sorry. I'm just picturing your granddad fucking like limping his way to get some trim.
To get some punani, yes. And I'm just like,
oh my god, please never say punani again, please.
Well, I mean,
Steven Seagal says that.
I mean,
that guy's a monster.
Beef curtains? It was just, but yeah, it was just a weird situation to be in because I'm just, well, you know, I understand because, you know, grief and stuff like that, and I was like, yada, so I understand that part though, but if it was before, you know, it was just all this stuff before.
That's not really grief, that's him finally getting with his side piece, that's not...
Yeah.
That's not him dealing with his grief. That's him very quickly getting over the fact that he cheated on your grandma for an indeterminate amount of time.
Yeah, and my sister and my mom were talking to the neighbor at this prostitute's house, and I wish I was making this up.
I mean, Like that's one of the things I like about like your sister. It seems like that was her idea to go and like talk to the neighbor and ask him about it.
No, that was my mom's idea because she's the one that's nosy.
Even more so.
But she was asked the neighbor, "Hey, how long has he been coming over here?" Because my town's a small community. So he was like, "Oh yeah, he comes here a lot, like a lot." And I'm just, and they just walked over to the house. The door was wide open.
So is it?
They were doing it in the living room. The door was wide open.
So is this a money situation for her, or
probably?
Like it seems like what did your granddad do to be able to afford like regular prostitute visits?
Well, I mean,
like I've never used a prostitute. I don't know what the going rate is these days, but I don't imagine it's cheap.
Well, I mean, he's very cheap, and she was probably very cheap.
That explains it.
But my thing was, the door was wide open. It was just like the screen door, and my sister walked over there to the door, and she just fucking screams. And you know what this woman says? Don't come in. There's snakes inside.
Bro, what?
Don't come in. There's snakes inside.
What is that even?
I don't know.
Is that a dick joke?
Please don't say that. Please don't say that.
I had to. It was right there. Sometimes the low-hanging fruit is the sweetest.
Shut up! Shut up! Oh my gosh.
That was another dick joke too.
More like a ball joke.
A little column A, a little column B. You never seen a star fruit? They're like tubular almost.
Tubular stars.
I mean, yeah, they're like tubular stars. And see, now we're on star fruit. You didn't know that this was coming, did you?
Yes, because I talked about my, granddad hiring the prostitutes at star fruit.
Yep. Hey, we found a way. Okay, life finds a way.
I guess so. I mean, that was a weird segue, though.
I mean, as much as I love making fun of Jeff Goldblum.
Who?
That was the joke, man. You didn't get that? You don't remember Jurassic? You don't remember Jurassic Park?
I only watched it once. Nick is
that's fair. That's fair. It's probably been years. No, it's something Jeff Goldblum's character says when they're talking over dinner or whatever, and he's saying, "Oh no, these animals can't breed," and he looks at him and he's like, "Yeah, but life finds a way." He has a real bad starter for that one scene, and they kept it in, and I have no idea why. but it's become a meme.
Speaking of those, some of these memes are going out of hand.
I mean, see, that's the funny thing. Ever since I deleted my Facebook and I'm just on X and Instagram now, I don't really see a whole lot of them.
That's because you have to interact. You have to just you have to get curly.
Yeah, I've been like slowly like following things as I go,
So I never realized how much me and my sister had, so much in common, to the point of she shared a meme that I seen like an hour ago, and I'm just like, I already seen this, and vice versa. And she's like, I already seen this, and I was on her Instagram page, because I had her phone. Yeah, and I was like, oh my gosh, we have the same feed.
I mean, that's the way it goes sometimes.
But we're similar, but we're so different.
Something that's been really confusing me is why I ended up with a bunch of fucking right-wing nutfucks on my feed on X. I ended up because I've been following stuff that I like, and somehow I ended up with a bunch of right-wing assholes shouting about how this country needs Jesus, and I'm like, why are you on my feed?
I'm kind of surprised that's on your feed of all people.
Right? What the fuck did I follow that gave me this?
I mean, but it's Twitter though, so.
Don't you mean X?
No, I'm old school. I call it Twitter. Dude, it's Twitter in my heart. It's Twitter in my brain. It's Twitter for life.
Elon Musk has literally been trying to make X.com a thing in one form or another since the beginning. That's what he was gonna name PayPal. He named it. He actually did name it X.com.
Look, just because he names it that, don't mean I'm actually gonna call it that.
Fair enough.
Because I grew up in the age of Twitter.
I mean, the name doesn't make sense, to be fair. Like, X.com, why are we calling it that? I don't get it.
I refuse to call it X. I absolutely refuse.
Like, it's like XXX.com. It's just more softcore.
Well, actually, we're not even going to get into that. But Twitter is weird. Twitter's like no man's land for anyone. No one is safe. Like, stan Twitter. So, like, one artist I like is Nicki Minaj, and even her fans go in on her. And I'm just like, God damn. Like, I am so afraid to post, to comment, to share anything without someone, like, judging. Well, I mean, you know, I'm used to being judged. It's 20, I'm 23. I'm used to it now. Yeah. But I'm just like,
I don't really have enough people, like, following me to care yet.
But I'm just like, it's just like, I don't care. I mean, you guys don't fuck me. You guys don't pay my bills. You guys don't do nothing, so I honestly don't care. But at the same time, I'm afraid of what they can say because it's I don't care though, but they will say the most out of pocket shit. And they won't hurt my feelings, but I'm gonna be like, damn, you think I have to do me like that?
Yeah, right. Like, just because you're not hurt by it doesn't mean you want it to happen.
Exactly. Like, I'm not gonna be hurt by it. I'm actually gonna laugh.
Honestly, Facebook kind of like gave me thicker skin in regards to that. Like, I was on Facebook for so long, and that was the real toxic fucking forum right there. But oh my god, like it is arguable that Facebook is literally the reason January 6th happened.
Oh my god.
Like, there is an argument to be made that without social media and Facebook as it stands, that couldn't have happened.
But the thing is, everyone has Facebook for different reasons. Nick says he has Facebook for like you know, to catch up with people, and I'm just like, I have Facebook because I grew up in a small town. I mean, it's literally like my news source, which it can be bad though, but it's just like local.
That is a bad thing.
But but the thing is, it's local. And we don't have any news channels. So
I mean, yeah, like small scale is a good thing, but the problem is that like once you get onto the bigger like pages and everything, the bigger the pages, the more incentive they have to get more people looking, regardless of what it actually says. And Facebook doesn't employ nearly enough people to police itself.
But look, you know it's funny. So it's funny you say something like that because there is a group on Facebook in this area right now called "Is This Your Man?" And
I can take a guess as to what that one's for.
Yes, but this is the second time it launched in this area, and the first time it caused so much shit because people were getting exposed left and right, and there was this one, if I remember correctly, with a trans woman, and she said that I was sword fighting with your man in the Hellcat, and I'm just like, I'm just like sword fighting in the Hellcats, and I tried to click on the group, but I still haven't been accepted. But everyone else has, and I'm just like, hey, I want to see the mess too. I don't want to be in the drama,
but I want to see it
because I seen that posted on Snapchat, Instagram, everywhere locally, and I'm just like, you guys are a mess. I'm just like,
the internet's a mess, man.
But no, this is literally what this woman said. She said, "Oh yeah, me and your man have been sword fighting in the Hellcat, and it took me out when I was at work. I'm so glad I work at home because I was laughing hard."
Yeah, that's a pretty funny way to say it.
I was like, ma'am, you didn't have to say it like that, ma'am.
But I appreciate that you did.
I appreciate that you did because it brightened up my day. It may have not brightened up that man who probably owned the Hellcat.
I mean, look, it was brightened until she announced it. The sword fighting, I'm sure, was fine.
I mean, that's just a mess. I don't know. I mean, I just want to look, just be like, oh, this is getting good. Because believe it or not, I'm an introvert. I am very much introverted. I stay at home most of the day. I am a homebody true. And I just don't like interacting with people, but I mean, it's just one of those things you kind of just have to look at. Because I'm just like, wow, people are really that comfortable hearing that. And the people are probably looking at our podcast and just like, wow, these people are really comfortable on the internet.
I mean, it makes it easier to pretend like it's a normal conversation, really. Like, that makes it easier for me anyway. Like, I don't know. I also feel like I just did a lot of growing the last couple of years. Like, I used to be a lot more shy, a lot more introverted, and I'm still pretty introverted. Like, I would generally rather stay in than go out, but at the same time, I find myself in recent years, especially with a need for some kind of social interaction, like more often than I used to.
Oh, trust me. But I completely with you. I agree with you 100%.
I think we're like totally off topic though. Weren't we supposed to be talking about 2023?
I mean, but we technically are talking about 2023 though. But I mean,
we've drifted over a couple of other things. Like, admittedly, that's the thing. For me, it's been a mostly uneventful year, except for the couple of bad things that did happen. Like my brakes going out, and I found out that actually my brakes would have been fine for longer, but there was a break in one of the seals, I guess, I don't know exactly what it was, but he lubed it up and screwed it back in, and he said that it should be fine now. But one side of my brakes was completely worn down to the metal, and the other side still had like a ways to go. And like I just had to replace both because they can't be uneven like that.
Yeah.
So oh my god, did I told you how much I got ripped off for that too. You'd only changed out my back brakes and I provided the parts, and you charged me $225.
And I thought the guy that I recommended was gonna actually do it though, but I should have known he was gonna do my brakes because he knew me and I knew where he lived. Mm-hmm. And I'm not afraid to go knock on that door.
Yeah.
Because I'm not about to get ripped off, but I should have probably. It just didn't cross my mind because I was like, oh yeah, he's always helped me out, but I didn't realize, oh yeah, he helps me out because he knows my family, small town stuff.
Yeah.
And he's always at O'Reilly's helping people, because that's his official job is to help people fix their car and shit like that.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. Like I ended up paying 4 times as much as I would have if he would have just done the fucking job. So. Well, it is what it is.
People don't do their job.
Yeah,
I wish I could be one of those people that don't do their job, but I just kind of have to.
Yeah.
Because for my job, well, it's not like I don't like helping. I just don't like helping the rude people. Like calling me.
I feel like most people can relate to that.
Because there's some people, some people that I talk to on the deal basis, and they're absolute sweethearts. Like, all my coworkers, I love all my coworkers and my supervisors, but it's some of the people, like the clients, and I'm just like, like I said, I like what I do. I like the money that provides. I like the lifestyle that it gives me. But I don't feel like, people think I'm a miracle worker. And I'm just like, I just can't be a miracle worker. I'm just like, I will work with you. I will do what you need so you can be covered. Mm-hmm. By the way, I work in insurance. But you just can't be like, some people are off the bat just rude. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, I did not get my license just so people can be rude to me. If I wanted people to be rude to me, I would have just taken Walmart.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of, that's what I do, unfortunately. Although, admittedly, like I've been there long enough now that like it pays more than the surrounding jobs generally do. So I can't complain too much. I don't get paid as much as you, I don't think, but like I'm getting almost $17 an hour. So like for the current day and age, like that ain't bad. It's something. Shoot, like if I was alone, I would just barely be able to eke out a living here by myself. Oh my god, just barely.
Don't even get started because
if I got rid of my car and took the bus, it's bad. It's bad,
dude. When I used to live in this town, I was making $15 an hour, and I would pay my rent, pay my car.
Oh, so what the minimum wage is supposed to be?
It was extremely tight, but I was still doing my thing. I had, enough for furniture. I had enough for entertainment. I had enough for food. I was doing the damn thing. And it was a nice apartment. No, I mean, there was some things that were not so good. Like how the pump broke at the pool and it turned the pool green. And how my AC was making just a horrendous noise. And how the floor tiles were popping up. Actually, it was not as nice as I thought.
Yeah.
Especially for the price. I mean, on pictures it looked nice.
I mean, that's the way it goes too. Like, our place looked fantastic when we first got it, but like, that's the thing. It was just kind of, it seems like a lot of that was just skin deep, and like, we're gonna be moving out once the lease is up, because like, they made us sign this ridiculous fucking paper, that was essentially a price list of how much it would cost us if something was fucked up, and like, it got pretty particular. So like, we're just like, yeah, we're gonna be moving out as soon as we can, and if they try and charge us, I guess we'll deal with it then. We're gonna try and leave the place as great as we can, and we'll see.
Hopefully it goes well.
Yeah, right. There's no guarantee with landlords, and now that I've seen that my landlord literally has like a McMansion like 15 miles out of town.
McMansion.
I say a McMansion because her house takes up more space than like this entire apartment complex.
Oh damn!
That's just the main building from what I can see from her long ass driveway, because her driveway is like 100 fucking yards or something.
Oh damn! Maybe I should have got into real estate, but at the same time, she's
you don't want to sacrifice your soul over it.
Yeah. Why do you think I do health insurance instead of life insurance?
Yeah.
I mean, everyone needs life insurance, though, but I just having to make me bring myself to be like, you're gonna die. You need life insurance. Oh no. Yes, buy this. Buy this because you're gonna die. Buy it. Buy my products. You're going to die. Your baby's gonna die.
I got really dark, man. Are you okay?
I was gonna do a reference.
God damn,
I don't know what this is from, but my mom used to see it all the time. It was from a movie. Your baby's gonna die, and I was like, oh damn, that is.
Well, you know who else's baby's gonna die?
Who?
The fine products and services that don't support this podcast yet, but might someday.
Oh yeah, I do need to say this. Like, if you do like what you hear, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and tell me how you like.
I don't think that's how. Is that how podcasts work?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone actually say like and subscribe on a podcast. Like, I think subscribing is a thing, but I don't think there's a like button.
Well, I mean, this is going on YouTube too.
Well, what's gonna be the visual?
I'm working on that.
Like,
we're gonna work on that.
Like, it's not gonna be a very successful.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a very successful video if you don't have something on the video screen.
It's a work in progress. I might hire someone to do that.
All right. Well, products.
Hey everyone, we're back from a break. We just need a little break to evaluate everything about our lives and stuff like that.
It's gonna take a lot longer not to reevaluate our lives.
Hey, I'm 23. Don't speak for me. I am 23. I'm still full of
That's
youth.
still 2 decades, and if that doesn't make you feel old.
Look, I'm trying not to actually feel old right now, because when I say I feel old,
you say to the old man.
Exactly. People say, when I tell people that I'm being old, everyone's just like, oh, you haven't lived long enough. And I'm just like, I can't complain about getting old. Am I supposed to be like, I'm young, alcohol?
I mean, you are, but also you're not huge on alcohol. Also, I was going to make some more drinks during the break, but
I don't need more drinks.
Yeah, I do. Almost out. Fine, whatever, let's go.
Okay.
Like,
I'm probably gonna
next
edit this stuff out too.
Ugh.
Well, I mean, we're getting the 29-minute mark, which is good for a first one.
I mean, yeah. It's I mean, admittedly, most of the podcasts I listen to kind of hover between 30 minutes and an hour, just as a matter of course. It really depends, though. Like, some of them do go shorter, and dude, like, I know a couple of them that they'll just mash a couple of them together and make a big fucking episode, too.
I've seen some podcasts where it's just like an hour or 2 hours. It's like, that's a long time to talk.
I mean, yeah, but, like, most of the ones I listen to that are that long are about, like, history or like political stuff. It's all like very serious.
The podcast I listen to are very unserious. So there was this one podcast named Just Trish, and she was talking about George Santos. Do you know who that is?
No, I've been living under a rock for the last 2 years, man.
You're gonna
I don't
love
know.
this.
I don't know about the man who lied his way into a Florida governorship.
Oh, so you do know who he is?
Yes.
Well, not governorship. He was actually in Congress.
I mean, he's a governor. He's a governor now.
No,
Oh, wait,
he got
no,
expelled.
wait, no. I'm thinking
He
of
got
I'm thinking of DeSantis.
No, this person, he actually got expelled.
Yeah, no,
And I'm
I was
like-
thinking of Ron DeSantis.
Yeah, but let's,
which is even funnier.
let's not even talk about him. But
We
George
don't need
Santos,
to. He's not
I
a
found
problem.
it. He's just like, I want to dislike him, but I can't, because at the same time he wasn't good at his job though. But at the same time he's also iconic and like the gayest way possible.
The gayest way possible.
And I can say that.
I mean, technically, it's just a weird thing to say about a politician.
Well, the thing is, he has cameos now, and when people pay for him to do things, and everyone's just like, oh my gosh, he's so iconic. I'm just
Yes. The current day way of celebrities letting out themselves at the tail end of their career.
But I'm just like, he's getting so much press and so much coverage, but it's insanely good coverage. Everyone just glosses over the fact that I'm just like, yeah, he's right up, but he's iconic, so slay.
I mean, honestly, like at this point, I'm like kind of anti all politicians. Like there's very few that I can say are an exception to that.
Question: did you hear about the video about the Senate video?
Which one? Are you talking about the one where they started fighting?
No, the OnlyFans one. So this staffer made an OnlyFans video in the
Oh no, I did hear about this. They fucked in the Senate.
which I
thing,
thought was
right?
crazy.
That's fucking. You know what? I support it. Okay,
I'm just,
like,
but
I
at the
support
same
that
time,
one.
you shouldn't be fucking at the place where you work at because
I mean,
you know.
you probably shouldn't be, but you know what? If you can get away with it,
And
you know,
clearly they
that's-
didn't. I mean, if they're
I
here to
mean-
do it, don't film it.
I mean, look, to be fair, there was no way they were getting away with that. They're acting like there weren't already cameras in the Senate.
I was thinking about that too. I'm just like, aren't there not cameras or something like that?
why'd you even need to set up your camera?
Just-
pull the footage.
Exactly. I'm just like, couldn't you just wait to get it home, or just like in a closet somewhere?
at least
Or
one
if
of-
you're a senator and you're, because I'm pretty sure it was someone in power that was topping that bottom. Just wait until you get to your office.
So was it at least like two of our 3 young senators, or?
Well, one was a staffer. The bottom was the staffer.
You didn't answer my question though.
Wait, what was the question?
Were they old as fuck, or were they?
No,
like...
they were young.
Okay.
They were like in their
Well,
20s.
at least they got a good show out of it. I
But
guess.
the guy on top, they never said his name, and I'm just like, no, release the name. I want to hear the names.
I kind of do, yeah.
Like, don't be shying out. Release the names. You release the staffer's name. Release his name.
Yeah, right. Like that's kind of.
Give me the receipts.
Kind of fucked up. They released the staffer's name and not the freaking senator's
Well,
name.
I mean, the staffer probably posted because do staffers make a lot? I would think they would.
I don't think they do. They're the only ones that make good money in government are the politicians.
But at the same time, I've seen a lot of people who make good money just have OnlyFans just because, you know.
I mean,
but I'm
yeah.
just like, you
Sometimes
don't. But
it's just extra. It's extra money, and it's a way to monetize yourself.
But at the same time, what was the point of that doing in there? Was it for shock value? Like, if it was for shock value, why? Because that's jeopardizing your job.
I mean, that's just trying to make more money, I guess. Like,
But he got
if he
fired.
advertised it for it. I mean, yeah, but then I didn't say he was smart. I said that he was trying to make more money.
Oh gosh.
Okay, like that was a dumb way to go about it. There was no way he wasn't going to get caught, but like, how many people would even have access to the Senate room, really? Like,
Exactly. And they were just showing the whole place, and I'm just like,
mm,
are you dumb or are you dumb?
yes.
Clearly.
Yeah, that's funny though. one of the better parts of this year, if I'm being honest. Is just finding that out just now.
Like I said, 2023's been a roller coaster. It's been bad. Now it's been good. Now it's just getting weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just like,
it's almost over, and we'll be into 2024.
And let's see what that
one
brings.
One step closer to the inexorable march of time that carries us toward a swift end.
damn, now that's depressing.
I mean, it's just life, man. Like that every second that we live, we're getting closer to the end, and part of the journey is accepting that.
Yeah,
I can't say I have. Like if I were to find out I was gonna die soon, I would be devastated. I'm not sure if I can handle it. And that's like really like the state you want to be in when you do finally go is that you're at least not gonna go crying like a bitch, right?
but the thing is, I don't want to die.
I know he does, but like that part of getting to that point is trying to get to the point where you feel like you've lived enough that you can die peacefully.
Like I just want to be like my granddad.
No, you don't.
I'm kidding. I don't. I was gonna say I just want to live till I'm 80 fucking prostitutes.
Fucking savage, man.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I just want to, but imagine an 82-year-old though.
Dude, I don't. Honestly, I'm not sure if I want to be fucking when I'm that old.
Like,
like, don't get me wrong, I love fucking, but like, already, man, I'm 31 and my back's already going.
How the fuck do you get Viagra?
I imagine she does most of the work.
But the thing is, he can barely stand up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He sits down.
My sister said he was standing up.
Like, do you really want to go down this road?
No, let's not.
Do you really want to go down this road?
No, let's not.
Then let's change the subject.
I kind of do.
No, you don't.
I
Stop it. Don't say that on a podcast. Yes, I kind of do want to talk about what position my grandpa fucks in.
Okay, now that you put it like that.
Yeah, let's move on. God damn, man.
Oh god, we're never getting a sponsor, but if we do get a sponsor, please sponsor us.
No, if Robert Evans can get a sponsor, we can get a sponsor.
Please sponsor me. Please sponsor the poor African black dude.
The poor African black dude. You didn't need to reiterate that.
Yes, I did.
Really? I mean,
yes.
The sponsor also me, the Caucasian white dude. Oh, fuck, I hate that phrase.
Because in 2023, he's gonna be the minority.
Minority. I mean, no.
It's inaccurate.
That pisses me off. Okay, like the fact that like so many people are saying shit like that, like, oh, you know, white people are gonna be the minority, and then the Mexicans are coming in to take our place, and it's like, you're still fucking 80% of the entire country, dude. Calm down. You are not going to be a minority anytime soon.
I think I shouldn't have grown 2 cups of that on empty stomach. My head is just.
We got pretzels. Yeah. No, we're not doing that. No! None of that! Shame on you!
Question, who watches ASMR in 2023? I felt like that's dated.
I don't think it goes on date, man. It's you know what ASMR stands for. I can't remember the exact thing. It's auto something marine response or something like that.
Wait, what? No.
I don't fucking know. Yeah, the point is I know how it works, okay? And essentially, it's essentially your eardrums having most people's eardrums. I wouldn't say most. A lot of people's eardrums have a certain frequency that if you vibrate at, it'll activate your dopamine receptors essentially.
But people do the weirdest things though for ASMR.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It differs. Different people have different frequencies and different sounds that do that for them.
That is true though, because I found that 2 nights ago that one sound I really like is like those lasers that like clean metal.
It's a very specific sound to have ASMR reactions.
Well, it wasn't that. It was just like someone saying, you know, this sounds very satisfying. And I'm just like, it just stretched my brain in a way that I didn't. Yeah, but at the same time, I can't listen for too long though because I'm very sensitive to sound. And it was good for the first time. And Nick was just like, I want to test something. And he just kept playing. I was like, you want to get punched?
Stop
like,
playing.
I love you, but
Stop playing.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. So, yesterday was the first time he ever said he loved me.
Ah, there you go. That's a milestone.
It is a milestone.
Congratulations.
A milestone that I'm very proud of.
Congratulations. I'm glad to hear it. I mean, it's God, I can't actually remember the first time. It's been so long. It's been over almost 10 years. Like, I'm sure Ace remembers it. She's the memory between the two of us.
Oh gosh, me and Nick, I think his memory might be worse than mine. But at the same time, some things his memory's good at, some things it's not. Same thing with me. Like today I lost my phone. So I was on my break, and I set my phone down because I went to the restroom. I put the trash bag in the trash can. And I set my phone down. I went to go to the window. I went back, and I was like, "Where the hell is my phone?" I looked everywhere. I was playing music on my phone, and I was connected to the Alexa, and it was just I could not find it. It was almost
I thought you were gonna say you left it in the mailbox.
Oh, actually, no, I did eat something today. So I ate 2 waffles.
Oh,
and
what a feast.
I know, it was such a
Should have eaten more. Yeah, it is what it is.
But
I wouldn't drink any more though if I were you.
I'm just getting tired of the food that's in the pantry. It's just like when you go grocery shopping, it's just like yay, all this food, $300 worth of food, and it's just like good, but at the same time, it's just so much.
Yeah, I haven't spent $300 on groceries in my entire life.
Really?
No, I have not. Holy shit, man. Like, we had a particularly large grocery trip today, and it was $100.
Oh, you guys shop light.
Yeah, we shop cheap, too. Like, frozen veggies, okay? Like, not canned. It's much cheaper to get them frozen. Okay, like, box dinners are a big part of it. Rice and pasta. Like, ramen, too, but this time I got expensive ramen. So
but the thing is, I can't cook. I'm a
what part of boxed dinner are you not getting? Like hamburger helper, pastaroni?
What part of I can't cook?
There are fucking instructions.
But the quote unquote chef in my mind is just like, I can make this better.
No, stop. Then strangle that chef, because you should not be doing that with boxed dinners. There's a reason. There's a recipe. There's a recipe because there's one way to make it.
Oh my gosh! I remember the time.
Hey, it even gives you the ranges to make your noodles al dente or not.
God. But there was a point in time where I couldn't even instant message.
There's literally 2 steps. You boil water, and you pour the mashed potatoes in. That's
but
it.
I would add too much water. I would add too much water though.
What? It even tells you how much to put. It's 1 cup.
I don't have measuring cups.
The measuring cup is $1, man. Less.
That's so expensive. Oh, you got money.
Cheap motherfucker. You make more than I do, asshole.
Since when? Who said that?
Since your new job, that's since when.
But honestly, on the serious note, I do need to get. Actually, I leave all the cooking to him.
Yeah, I figured that.
But at the same time, he cooks like a British person.
What, tastelessly?
No, it tastes good though, but it just looks brown.
I mean, that's not really British cooking if it tastes good, is it?
Well, I mean, there was that one restaurant that I'd seen.
Even the crown jewel of all UK food, the Scotch egg, isn't British.
Did I show you that one restaurant? It was called Fowl, and it was like a chicken pot pie with a chicken head coming out of it. And
sounds pretty foul.
As fuck. So there was this meme. There was this restaurant called Fowl, and this woman said "as fuck." I was like, I agree with that because that does look foul as fuck.
Yeah, nobody wants.
And I'm just like, you guys making fun of Americans so much. But you guys have a restaurant called Fowl with a chicken head.
I mean,
like, make it make sense.
Yeah, I mean, look. I mean, we make fun of each other all the time. I mean, the British and the English, like, we're English, the British and
The British and the
US.
English.
The British and the English. Ah, yes, there's two totally distinct people. You know what I mean? The British and the Americans, like, it's kind of good natured at this point. I mean, you fight through a couple of world wars with another country, you get to be friends.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens. Oh, dude, one of the first historical memes happened because of that. Kilroy was here. You ever hear about that?
Who?
Kilroy was here. It's something that soldiers in World War II used to spray paint. Like, wherever they could. It was some kind of inside joke among the soldiers that just started, and then that kind of, like, sparked hope within the ranks. Because, like, it was a solidarity thing. Like, if, like, it was a way for kind of different people of different countries to connect in their own way. It was a bit more complicated than that. I don't know all the details, but, like, it was something that, like, soldiers would just, like, spray paint onto places when they took them over. Just Kilroy was here.
So, like, a gamer tag.
Kinda, no. I mean, oh, okay, look. Not a gamer tag like Xbox gamer
Yeah.
tag, but a gamer tag as in, like, a tag that a gamer
Like,
might
I was
put.
here.
Yeah. Like, it's a tag that, you know, they were putting up. And, like, it's widely thought of as, like, one of the world's earliest memes. Like, because, like, that was, like, when we were first starting to get mass media and the radio and, like, ideas could be exchanged across the ocean in record time, you know?
Well, okay, so,
Like, I think
sorry about signing off.
I think the transatlantic telegraph line was only put up in, like, 1930 or something. Like, like, all that stuff was just barely exploding, and people from other countries were barely getting able to talk to each other regularly. And even then, not regularly. It was more of a general exchange of ideas across borders.
Imagine, you know, seeing a telegram just like beep, 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 beep. This way just sent you.
Was it a dick pic?
No. I was gonna, but you are my sugar daddy though. Well, for today. So, yeah, I was so broke today that he literally paid for my phone bill. I was like, in my head, I was like, he got money. Thank you, sugar daddy.
Shut up. Oy. Freaking I, like, just happened to have a little bit extra that didn't have to go towards bills, and I was glad to help. And besides, it's not like you've ever given me a reason not to. Okay, you've always paid me back with interest, even. Like,
Exactly.
that gets you a lot of leeway when it comes to borrowing money. You've shown that you're reliable.
Because if I'm gonna borrow money from someone, I'm gonna add a little bit on top of that so I can keep borrowing. Not because I'm like seeing it, because I'm just like, I may need help every now and then.
Yeah, I do
so
the
I'm
same
just
thing,
like,
man. Like that gives people incentive to let you borrow again if you need to, even if you're really going to do your best not to need to.
listen, people, if you're gonna borrow money from people, make sure you pay them back, and make sure you add interest on it.
Just a little bit. Like, it doesn't need to be much, man. Like a couple of bucks.
Well, I mean,
something.
My common thing is like $10.
5 or 10. Depends on how much you borrow too, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like if I'm borrowing $200 from someone, I'm gonna be putting a little more than $10 interest on there.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I don't really ask for much. For the big purchases, I got it though. But if it's something like, I mean,
there's only
$20.
one time I've ever had to borrow more than like $50, and that was when my tire went out just recently, which was another crappy thing that happened this year with my tire fucking going flat, and that whole time and a half I had to do to get it towed back to Walmart and get it the tires changed out, and I had to beg my fucking dad for money over it because like I literally was gonna end up with my car towed if it was left where it was. So.
Similar thing happened to me. So me and Nick went to this one place, and we went in. We were just talking to the place because we were just looking at the place because it was a new place out in town. And I hopped back in the car, and my car just didn't start. And I was just like, "Why isn't my car not starting?" And I thought it was alternator, and I was gonna cry. It turns out it was a battery, but I had to wait until I could pay it to do it. But the thing is, my car is new, so it's built different. So I had to pay someone to put the battery in because
you couldn't just access it.
I didn't have the tools to. Which made me think next time I get a new car, I need to look under the hood before I do purchase, because I do plan on buying new cars.
Wait, you bought this car without looking underneath the hood?
It was my first car. I was in college. I was dumb.
I know.
I was naive. I was like
that's like
20.
Basic though. Like I was a dumb motherfucker.
I
too
didn't
one
know.
Time.
I was young. I was dumb. My car was cheap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I mean, I've always done that. Like, it's just like I've always known a little bit about cars, like enough that I can like hear and like tell if something's like going on with it. Like, I turned on a couple of cars outright because they didn't sound right.
Yeah, so I have a few options for cars. It's either a Toyota, or a cheaper one, or a Volvo.
And when Volvos are relaxed as fuck.
I don't really know what's in it. But at the same time, these Volvos don't really cost that much.
I mean, yeah, but that is also probably the whitest thing I've ever heard. I prefer Volvo.
What's wrong with Volvo?
I didn't say there's anything wrong with it. I said it's the whitest thing I've ever heard.
Okay.
It was just a comment, man. Like,
what about if I was at Ford? Same thing.
I mean, that's the most redneck. That's the most redneck thing I've ever heard. Going for the two redneck cars. I mean, those are white, but in a different way.
Explain it to me.
I mean, that's rich people white. What do you mean? Explain it.
Isn't Volvo rich people white too? Because those cars are like...
Volvo is Middle European white.
Volvos are like $50,000 to $60,000 cars.
Yeah, no, brand new Volvos are, and that's because they're built like fucking tanks, not because they're luxury cars.
Actually, they are. So the new ones are nice.
5-star safety rating.
The new ones inside are honestly nice, but it's not like how like
but that's just a testament to how nice cars are getting as a baseline. Have you seen the inside of a brand new Lexus?
So it's just something about Lexus that just makes my ass itch.
Because it's really stuck up rich people white.
No, Lexus is a really good brand. They're really reliable, but it's just so
reliable might not be the word I'd call it.
I mean, they're basic turbos.
Kind of. Not really.
The underpinnings are the same for some cars.
Yeah, the underpinnings. That's not that.
But no, look, they are really reliable cars.
I mean, yeah, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're not reliable. They could be. What I'm saying is that when you're talking car brands, each brand, generally speaking, has their thing that they focus on. Okay? For Lexus, it's luxury features. Heated seats, extra cup holders.
But every car has
a mini bar that they can just...
What type of Lexus? Actually, the new high-end Lexus.
Don't go what type of Lexus. It's a luxury car. You know there's some with mini bars.
But that's like the highest, like $100,000.
No, that's just the brand new ones. That's it. And also, yes, they're hundreds of thousands of dollars because they're Lexus. Mercedes is the same way, and BMWs.
But I'd rather spend my money on Lexus than BMW.
Yeah, but that's because it's cheaper.
Because my thing is...
And also BMWs are like... notoriously kind of used for racing more than anything.
But this is my philosophy, and I hear it most of the times, and I'm honestly gonna jump on it. So, lease German, buy Japanese, and get the hell away from domestic. I mean, there's a reason why they have to bail out every now and then.
In America, our cars suck.
America.
Fuck yeah. Our cars suck. There's... Like we make a big deal about Henry Ford being from here, but he just made the
car. He made the car. He made the first. I'm just Mercedes made the first car.
Guys, calm down. He made the assembly line.
And the 40-hour work week. And the 40-hour work week.
Yeah.
He is. Wherever he's buried in, I want to meet him in hell or heaven, because he is the person who invented it, and he's the person who I have to work, I have to work 40 hours a week to make a living. And if I ever see him, it's on sight. If I see his ass at the pearly gates, I am not getting into heaven because I'm going to fight him.
Good. I was wondering because at first, the way you started that off, it made it sound like you idolized him, and I was going to have to give you the bad news that Hitler idolized Ford too.
No, I'm not gonna fight him for that though, but I'm gonna fight him for making the prayer work.
Yeah, Hitler literally had like all of Ford's books, and he freaking idolized him, and he really admired like how industrious he was, and how he built something from nothing, and blah 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 blah. You know, pretty standard celebrity worship shit. But yeah, no, and then Ford like turned out to be pretty sympathetic to the Nazis too. Oh, have you heard about he built a fucking an American style town in the middle of South America to try and make a rubber plantation.
So it's saying that we're gonna hit the max pretty soon.
Oh, so there's a max. I was wondering. Well, real quick, I'll tell you about Fordlandia, and then we'll just transfer out here. It was just essentially what I just said, an American style town in the middle of the thing. 5 minutes? Okay. An American-style town in the middle of South America on the crappiest land for growing rubber trees ever, and then he proceeded to grow the rubber trees incorrectly anyway. Rubber trees need room, and he grew them like fucking crops. He just planted them right fucking next to each other, and most of them died. Nobody made any money. The local people did not appreciate having American culture shoved down their throats. So like it ended up being pretty bad. Last I heard, it was a ghost town in the middle of the rainforest.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was just trying to get to make the rubber himself because he didn't want to have to pay for the expensive rubber
the millman.
he was getting overseas.
yeah, he didn't want to pay the millman. He was like, shit, I can just do this myself.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, we do.
Yeah, we're running out of time anyway.
Yeah,
So I
we're
guess
running
about
out of
that
time.
Like, I guess we will probably just call this part one because I don't even think we really like touched on a lot of the stuff that happened over the last couple of years.
But I feel like for first episode, this
Yeah, it's a
was
good,
pretty good.
stopping point for the first episode.
But you know, if you guys like what you hear, like, subscribe, give me a little comment, give me a little feedback, and you know, just tell us what we're doing good. Tell us what we suck at. Don't be nice though. Be nice to us. Be nice.
No. Be as mean as possible.
No, be nice. This is the internet.
I want to see the toxic shit that you guys have brewing inside your skulls.
This is the internet. We will lose our jobs if you say that.
No, I won't.
I will.
No.
You might.
Look, you are not responsible for anything I say. I'm the one that's getting canceled,
but
man.
the people on...
Look. Okay, if that's the case, I'll meet you in Cancelvania. Out.